Hello, my name is Gus Giordano, and this is my jazz class. Jazz dance is America's gift to the world of dance. It's the roar of the great cities, the rhythm of the street, the pizzazz of Broadway and Hollywood. Jazz dance is a great way to work out and firm your body as well as develop grace, strength, and agility. Let's start with the jazz warm-up.
The warm-up is the most important aspect of any workout. Follow the dancer's movements as each warm-up is demonstrated in slow motion, then performed at full speed. The warm-up.
The plie. The basic dancer's warm-up. Whether you be a jazz dancer, a ballet dancer, or a modern dancer. The plie is a slight bend of the knees. The dancers call it the demi-plie. The releve is the straightening of the back of the knee. Then we go into a leg lift, which is done to the front. It is also done to the side. It is also done to the back, and then completed once more to the side. This is called in French en croix, which is the sign of the cross. And now the plie is repeated in tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, releve, 5, 6, heels down, 7, 8, tendu battement, leg lift, and second, and to the back, and to the side, sign of the cross, plie, 1, 2, straighten your knees, 4, releve, 5, 6, heel down, 7, now the left side, leg, lift, close, second, close, to the back, close, and second, repeat plie, 1, 2, stretch your knees, 4, releve, 5, 6, heels down, 7, right side again, battement, 2, straighten your knee, 4, straighten it to the back, 6 and 7, plie, and 1, 2, straighten your knees, 3, 4, releve, 5, 6, heels down, 7, leg left, 1, 2, straighten it, 3, energy out the toes, 6 and second, 8, plie, 1, 2, stretch, 3, 4, releve, watch the heels off the floor, 7, 8, and 1, and side, and back, and side, plie again, watch the feet, 2, 3, 4, heels up, 5, 6, heels down, 7, left and up, close, second, close to the back, and close, and second, and close, plie, 2, 3, and stop. And now, the torso drop. The arms start V position over the head, side stretch to the right, drop the torso to the left, and go into a tabletop position. Now, the same thing is repeated to the left side, and you end in a tabletop position. Now we go to a progression, we add a side stretch. So we drop on 1, we have tabletop on 2, and then the side stretch is on 3. Now the side stretch must come from the rib cage, not from the arm. Go, 1, 2, drop, 1, 2, at your side, 1, 2, and 3, hold 4, drop, 1, 2, side 3, hold 4, up 5, 6, 7, to the left, and drop, and 2, again, drop, and 2, progress, 1, 2, and 3, hold 4, again, 5, 6, and side, and hold, come up, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and drop, 2, and 2, and 2, and drop, 2, and side, and hold, and drop, 2, and side, and hold, and up, 2, and 3, and that is it. Pose. And now, the slow side stretch. The stretch originates in the rib cage. Then you move into a tabletop position, and then you take your spiral down to the floor and move to the tabletop position on the left side. And then the slow side stretch to the left. Remember, from the side, not from the arm. Then turn, drop to the left side, and drop to the floor, and tabletop position. And let's put it all together. Encore. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, tabletop 7, 8, drop, 1, 2, tabletop 3, 4, side left, 6 and 7 and stretch. Drop again to the left and 3, 4 and 5, tabletop and side, stretch, and once again to the right and 4, tabletop, 6, side stretch from the center and to the left, drop and tabletop, 6 and 7 and 8 and 1, 2 and again 4 and tabletop, 6 and 7 and 8 and drop, 2 and head down to the floor, 5, 6, stretch, 7 and 8. And now the warm-up for the hip socket. The muscles that wrap around the hip socket are very tight, and usually as you get older, the hip socket is the first to lose its flexibility of your muscles. You see the dancers in a turned-in position, and now they move to a turned-out position, so the hip stretches on both sides. And from this center, they go into their plie and first position. And now we will see it on the left side, so that it starts as a parallel position of the knee and the hip socket and the feet to the front, and go. There is your parallel. From this position, they are going to turn to a turned-in position and contract of the torso. On that contraction, keep your center closed. Keep the rib cage closed. Make sure the pelvis is under. Make sure that the neck is open. Now from here, they go to a turned-out position and into the lunge. The foot that is working, the working foot is in releve. And then back to your basic plie. And 1, and contract on 2, now turn out on 3, then take your plie first on 4, then the left side, your parallel, then you turn in, and then you turn out, and then you plie, and parallel, and contract, and turn out, and plie, and again 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Now you must watch that here, that the knee is over the toe as you turn in, also over the toe as you turn out, and also as you do your plie. Left, and here, and turn in, and out, and plie. Now count, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Left side, 5, and 6, and 7. And now watch the contraction. 1, right here, contract. Close the rib cage and turn out and plie. Again, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 1, and turn in, and out, and parallel, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, again, and 1, and contract, pelvis under, and out, and plie, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and parallel. And now for flexibility of the shoulders. The shoulder is much easier to move than the hip socket because the muscles wrapped around the shoulder are much looser than the hip socket, but they still have to be stretched. So we're taking a lunge position, going forward on the left side, lunging with the foot, and then isolating the left shoulder. When you isolate the left shoulder, you must be aware that the neck must stay open and do not round the shoulders, but isolate the shoulder. And then we return to first position. And then we do the same exercise moving to the side, which we call second position. As the dancers lunge to the side, they isolate the right shoulder and open the neck. Remember that the focus must stay front. You don't move the eyes overhead. You keep focus to the front. And then you move back into your plie position, your basic stretch for the knees. Then you're going to take the same isolation to the left side here, and you isolate the left shoulder. Notice that the neck is open again. and they come into the plie position, which is your basic. Now, the stretch is also done going back so that you don't use the shoulder here, but you take a tabletop layout so that the back becomes like a sliding board, and you stretch out the back foot to the floor, and it's a good stretch for the whole back of the body. And let's go for it. Lunge and close, and 3 and 4 to the side, right side 5 and 6 to the left side, 7 and 8. Now the tabletop to the back, and 1 and 2, close, 3 and 4, and the left side, 5, 6, close, 7, 8 to the front, 1, 2, close, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, back to the side, and 1, 2, close, 3 to the left, and 5, 6 to the back, and 1, 2 and close. Hold to the other side, 6 and 7. Now repeat again. 2 and back, 2 and front, 2 and back, and to the side. 1, 2, close, 3, 4, left, 5, 6 and 7. Back, lay out. 2, close, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7. Here we go again. And 1, 2, close, 3, 4. Keep that neck open. 6, keep the focus to the front. And 5, 6, close, 7, 8 and left. 2 and 3. Now back, slide the foot along the floor. 3, 4, other foot. 5, 6 and 7. 8 forward. 1, releve, and 2, close, 4, left, 5, 6 and 7, and side, and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. This is a choreographed center bar stretch, which has an oriental flavor to its movement. It starts as you move to second position with your right foot, and the arms move into what we call the center port de bras in front of the chest. And from here, the left foot is moving in back of you in a plie position. Both knees are bent into 4. The right hand stretches overhead in a jazz hand position. Now from here, from this plie, you move into a deeper plie as you stretch to the right side. As you stretch to the right side, the left hand holds its place. Now we move in what dancers call in jazz an S-curve. It is a movement of the arms. It is a port de bras, a carry of the arms. It moves into the chest, and then the left arm opens up, and the right arm opens to second, and the right shoulder is isolated forward. You can see the oriental flavor in this move especially. Now we're going to repeat it on the left side. As you step to second position, and the feet are parallel to the front. The knees are right over the toes, and the chest port de bras is here. And now you move into your jazz hand with your left. Stretch overhead, make sure the fingers are wide apart. Now into the side stretch to the left. And now back into the S-curve. And the left arm moves in back into the chest port de bras position. And now the right arm will open up into the S-curve and the isolation of the left shoulder forward. And we come into the chest port de bras, and then we finish the stretch with the jazz hand overhead. And now 1 and 2 jazz hand. 3 is side stretch, and 4 is S-curve. Repeated to the left, 1 and up, and side stretch, and S-curve again, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, left, 5, 6, 7, once again, and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 to the left, 5, 6, 7 and 8, again, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8, once more, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8, and pose. Another warm-up for those tightly wrapped ligaments around the hip socket. And now you're turning out, and the arm is in fourth position, the left arm is forward, and the right arm is to the side. And now move into parallel position with the knee over the toe and jazz hand overhead. And now into plie. And of course we must do it on the left side. The left side is even weaker than the right side, so it actually needs more work. So that you step to the left and you're in parallel position. The knee is over the toe and the feet are apart. Then you move to a turned out position, and your right arm goes forward and your left arm is in second, and you're in a lunge. And now move into parallel position with the jazz hand overhead. And ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and parallel, out, overhead, plie, and 5, 6, 7, encore, 1, 2, 3, plie, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, again, 1, and out, and parallel together, and 5, turn out, and 7, and 8, again, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, energy, and 1, strength, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8, again, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, once more, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, now watch the feet, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's it.
Basic jazz technique is the foundation and language of the jazz dancer. Follow along as Gus teaches a group of students a series of basic jazz poses. Basic jazz technique.
The dancer's center. The dancer's center is very important to the stability of the dancer. If the center isn't there, the dancer falls forward or falls back or falls off balance. So that the dancer comes up in a second position, and there's a slight tilt to the front. When you as the body starts to slant forward, you have to grip the floor with your toes. If you go back, then you have a tendency to lose your balance, and the weight comes off, and the weight comes off of your center, so that the center is actually forward. In order, the dancer has to feel on the sternum, right at the sternum, that there's a cord that is pulling them forward, whether they're going forward or back. If the dancer wants to move forward, the sternum goes forward. If the dancer moves back, the sternum is still forward. It doesn't go forward and then back. It doesn't do that. You don't take a slant, so that she stays in this position. Now, to demonstrate this exercise, we do this. We bring the hands up to the shoulders here, and then take a slight press to the front. You keep the neck open. You don't let the head drop. The head weighs. The head is the heaviest part of the body. It weighs 33 pounds. So consequently, when you close the neck here, then you start to throw yourself off balance. So you have to keep the neck open here. The neck is open. Then you grip with the floor. As you lean forward, you have to use your feet in the floor. Now the arms open in second, and then she presses down into a plie here. And she comes back up to the center, same movement, to the shoulder, and press forward. The focus is above eye level. You don't look at the floor. Look at the floor now. Right. You want to see the eyes, so that if you can't see the eyes, then you have no focus on the audience. So that the eyes stay forward. Then she opens here, and then she presses down. I want to demonstrate one more thing. Take from here, grow, open up, and whenever the arms leave the body, there's an energy surge that goes from the center up through the top of the head. Do it again. Okay, and it grows and grows so that you stretch up. And then you take your plie and you still keep your center. The rib cage, show the rib cage. When the rib cage is open, you have no strength in the center. But when the rib cage is closed, then you are tight. The whole center is tight. The front and the back work together, so that when the front is closed, then you have strength in the back. When the front is open, then you lose, turn profile a minute. When the front is open, then you lose your strength. Wait, they can't see with your arms. you lose your strength in the back. As soon as you pull the rib cage together, then you start tucking under. So that this, the rib cage, the abdominals, and the back work together. Okay, your second position, your arms are stretched back, flex your elbow. Now, pull them deeply away from the bottom. That's it, good. Okay, close the bottom of your rib cage and slight lean forward. All right, now turn in on the right side, and 1, 2. Let's see what it looks like. Your head is in profile. Yeah, you should look like Cleopatra at this point. Okay, bring your hand in the shoulder. Okay, clench fist. Now releve. Jazz hand. Good, hold it a minute. Okay, now come down, bring the elbow down, lead with the elbow. No, wait a minute, here, let me show you. Right here, elbow comes down, so you lead elbow. Let's just go through the foreground. Yeah, get out of here, releve. Just take the arm. Okay, arm is overhead. You've got a jazz hand. You turn it over, you come down, then it unfolds to the back as the left arm goes forward. Left, right. So you get another look of Nefertiti. Okay? Then you go to the side, you side stretch, and then you drop. You go to the other side. Okay, then you close in first. Okay, don't take the ballet arm. Keep the top open. Remember in jazz, you want everybody to look into you. You don't want to close it up. Okay? Keep it open. Now take your plie and plie. Right. Okay, then come up. Okay, good. All right. Let's try. 5, 6, 7. Let's go. Arm. 1 and 2 in. 3, 4. Now releve. 5, 6. Now elbow unfold. 7 and hold. That's it. Very Egyptian. Good. Now side stretch. Left. 1, 2, plie. 3, 4. Other side. 5, 6. Close. 7 and plie. 8. Open the arms. Okay. Look. Let me tell you something. Whenever you descend in the floor, you just don't go boom. You have to. There's a counter force to the body, so that as the arms go up, as the arms go down, the body is coming up. So you don't get the artificiality of doing boom. You get a counter force of the stretch up as you use the arm. Let's just try that. Arms over the head. Okay, now feel that energy coming from the center of the body and going up through the top of the skull. And lift, lift, keep lifting up, lift, lift, so you grow in the center. Okay, again, once more. And grow, lift. Wait. Don't get any shorter when you plie. Like when you plie here, okay, bend, go down, go down. Yeah, do it wrong this time. Do it wrong. Yeah, that's wrong. Okay, now if I'm holding on right here, now take your plie. Don't get any shorter. No, don't get any shorter. Stay right there. Just bend your knees. Bend your knees. Bend. Okay, so that you see this. Boom. You stretch up. Don't go like an elevator going here. Okay? Arms over the head. And plie. Stretch. Bend your knees. Right. Okay, let's try it again. 5, 6. Where's your focus? Remember, focus is very important in jazz. It has to be front. The ballerina looks to the floor, looks over to the side, but the jazz dancer focuses. It's a focus that is sharp. You either focus front or change to the side, you focus there. But there has to be the penetrating focus coming from the whole body. All right? You focus. All right. 5, 6, 7. Let's go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Releve. 5 and 6. Plie. 7 and 8. Side stretch. Good. And 2. Drop. 3 and 4. Come up. 5 and 6 together. 7. Plie. Stretch. Okay. Let me show you something here. Watch. Stand this way. Take your turn out. Take your side stretch. Okay. Now bend your knees. Plie. Okay. And come to the front. Right. Okay. Make sure that you get the buttocks under. You have to get a rounded position here. Do it wrong and let the pelvis go out. That's totally wrong. Good. Okay. So that the lever in the tailbone is under and also the neck is under. So that you get a complete roundness of the back. Do it wrong again. Do it wrong in the head too. Yeah. That's wrong. That's tension. Okay, when it's all under, then it becomes a curve. All right, let's just take that position. You're facing front. Okay, turn down. Okay, take your rounded position and drop. Pelvis under. Feel the strength in the pelvis. Strength. Get it under. Pull the belly button to the vertebrae. Right. Okay, now go to the right side. And right side. Good. Okay, now close and close. And plie.
Let's review the static jazz poses. Number 1 is a turn-in with the right leg, with the left leg holding a parallel position. Number 2 is a clenched fist into the shoulder. Number 3 is a releve with a jazz hand. Number 4, change the feet to a parallel fourth and lay out back. Number 5 is a side stretch. And number 6 is a torso drop with a contracted torso. Number 7 is a side stretch to the right, and 8 is a demi-plie with a torso lift, dropping the arms.
We're going to try it together. We're starting from second position, parallel. Take the arms back, open the armpit. There's a cord on your sternum that's pulling you forward so that your weight doesn't go back this way. When you go back, when you take your weight on your heels, you lose your balance. So remember, take your weight forward and grip the floor with your feet. Your feet are like suction cups that grip. All right, ready? We go. Slow count. 7 and 8 and 1, 2, releve 3 and 4, side stretch 5, drop 6, other side 7, close 8, again 1, 2, releve 3 and 4, side stretch 5, drop 6 and 7 and 8. Okay, we're going to start fourth position, right foot back. Get demi-plie. Lots of space in between the knees. Okay, keep your center. All right, now you're going to take a lunge to the front. Lunge forward on the right foot and turn it in. Okay, when you turn it in, releve the back foot. Okay, let me demonstrate here. Let me show you. Here, watch. Okay, yeah, go forward from your base. Okay, now lunge forward. Okay, yeah, take your arms with it also. The pelvis here, yeah, cannot go out. You have to contract it under, right. So that as you get here, the pelvis stretches under, so you stretch the tailbone. Right, to here. Watch it a minute, watch. Right here. This is what you're doing. And it has to go here, this way. You're also doing that, okay? All right, so remember, get it under. Okay, arms, look, you have to remember how you place the arm. This is a swing from the shoulder. It goes from the shoulder so that you swing up. This is a long arm here with a shoulder isolation, so that as you go second, all you do, take your long arm here and isolate your shoulder. Right, okay. But this is a swing. Right, let's try it again. 5, 6, prepare, let's go. And swing, close, and swing. Now isolation, shoulder, go. Shoulder, again, swing, and swing. Close, pelvis under, swing, close, and shoulder, close, shoulder, close. Okay, you just forgot to bring your hands down first. Right, when you bring them down, look, remember your energy is coming from in here. You don't want to cover it up. So what you do, the fingers are front, and the heel of the hand is back. So you keep the pelvis wide open, so you don't cover. That looks like you have a stomach ache. Okay, so did you go this way? Right. Okay? Everybody take that, right here. That's what you want to see. And look, in jazz, the hand is low on the hip. If you were in ballet and you took the hand, it would be at the waist, and the fingers would be forward, and the thumb is back. But in jazz, it's here, this way. Or sometimes in ethnic dance, it's like this. But that looks like you have bursitis to me when you do that, okay? And touch off your arm so that you want to keep this right there, okay? Right, let's try it. Should we do it once more? Okay, prepare, stretch your wrists, open your neck, but focus to the front. 5, 6, 7, let's go. And 1, 2, and 3, 4, and turn in, close, turn in. Once more, pelvis, get it under, don't throw the hip out. 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Okay.
Let's take one more look at this series of isolated jazz poses. You go forward with the right leg turning in. The arms are in the fourth position, with your left arm forward. Close in plie position. Do the same thing on the other side so that the left leg turns in and the right arm comes forward. Then take first position, plie. Take a turn in going to the right side so that your left holds its position. And you isolate the right shoulder. Then the same attitude to the left side, turning in and isolating the left shoulder forward. Close in plie in first position. Now take a port de bras, a carry of the arms, traveling through first position and through second position. Hold in a V position overhead.
Right, demi-plie, knees over the toes, focus front, keep the eyes open. 5 and 8, go. Swing, close, change, left side, close. To second, here, and close once again, here. Now repeat, forward, swing the arms, turn in, close, and. Turn in, close, and. Shoulder, close, and shoulder. Once again, and 1, 2, change, 3, 4, turn in, 5, 6, open the neck when you isolate the shoulder, 8.
Jazz walks combine basic isolation jazz movements with a walk. Practice the movements standing still until you feel confident enough to combine them with a walk.
This is a jazz walk using the components of a jazz hand and an isolated shoulder forward, an isolated shoulder back, and a press to the pelvis. When you take the jazz hand in second, there are stretched fingers, the shoulder is in line, the shoulder moves to the front in an isolated manner, it moves to the back, and then the press is down to the pelvis. And it looks like this. Major cities in the United States have characteristics of a jazz walk. That is New York and California and Chicago. And they're very identifiable. The New York style is the walk that we're going to show you at this point. And this walk is done with a bow of the body so that the feet are together and there's a press forward of the pelvis, which there's a stretch in the front part of the thigh. And there's an arch slightly back, and the elbows are pulled very strong to the back. You take the walk as far as a rhythm of the walk is a plie on the and count, and then you go into the stretch of the pelvis as you go forward, and the thigh. So it would look like this. You have and 1, and 2, and 3, and stretch. And here is the New York walk. California style is unique in that it shows the arms of the dancer in a curve down at the hands. Usually the dancer likes to use the longest arm they can possibly get to accomplish that look of length, but in California they do that curve. So bring it up, Susan, bring it up a minute, and curve it down. I mean, just take it, curve. The curve starts from the shoulders with the palms to the front here. The palms are front, and then you stretch down. The stretch is here in the upper part of the wrist. Yeah, take it again. And into the shoulder and stretch down. Everything we do in all of these walks has that counter force. If you don't have the counter force, it would look like this. Boom. And it would be very mechanical. It would look like a railroad crossing gate going up and down here. But when you get the energy into it and you use your counter force, then you have a stretch. Okay, now from here, there's also an isolated shoulder. So you isolate, as you take it, it's simultaneously. Actually, it would be the left shoulder forward first. Yeah. Okay. So that you take, it's at the same time as you start the curve, you isolate the shoulder. Whenever you take an isolation, you open the neck. If you don't open the neck, then you look this way and the shoulder goes up, so that the regal look of the head is opening the neck as the shoulder goes forward, but the focus stays forward. She doesn't change her focus when she isolates the neck and looks over here. Isolates the shoulder. She keeps the head forward and opens. Okay, show it to them. And so you see the curve, you see the shoulder, and you see the open neck, and you see the focus to the front. Do it once more. And one. Good. Then you get that really regal look to the body when she lifts the neck. The isolated look, the isolated shoulder, the regal head. And now we take you to California to see how they walk in LA. The Chicago walk. Chicago, of course, is my hometown, and I think it's one of the most interesting of the arm movements because it incorporates the elbows, and it incorporates the shoulder, and it also incorporates the neck in the regal position. So that as you go, as you transfer from one to the other, you transfer a jazz hand into the shoulder as the other jazz hand is extended to second, and then you return, so you do the same thing on the other side. And you get that counter stretch also, so that you have stretch, and he opens the neck, isolates the shoulder, and to here. Now, we're going to show you the walk with the arms in second only, but the arms can be done overhead, so that you stretch up, and you stretch up, or you can do the same thing stretching down, and down, and down. So they're all different positions where you can take the hand using that elbow. The spider walk. The spider walk has a rolling movement from the shoulders that roll forward. As you see, shoulders and a double jazz hand in second. It has a feeling of moving up and down. And as you walk, you go into a back attitude so that the knee is bent. And step down and up, down, and up, down, and up, down.
Center bar. Advanced jazz exercises that concentrate on developing your sense of balance. To learn each exercise, use the slow motion function of your video player at a speed that allows you to follow the movements.
Center bar for strengthening the hip socket by using turned in and turned out positions, and also leg lifts, lifting the leg in second position from the hip socket, and then going into a grand plie position for relaxation, then sous, and then a head roll, and then demi-plie in fifth. Now, you brush back, you brush across, you développé to second. You brush back, you cross, développé to second. You repeat it 3 times. Now you do 4 leg lifts, and lift, 2, 3, 4. Now your grand plie in second, and the arms cross, and the head rolls, and then demi-plie, start to the right. Brush back, across, développé, hold. Brush back, across, développé, hold. Once more. Brush, across, développé. Now lift from the hip, 2, 3, 4. Now grand plie, 2, 3, sous, head, 5, 6, demi-plie, 8. And brush back, across. Here, extend. Energy goes out the feet. Don't stop the energy in the ankle. Again, 2, 3. Now 4 leg lifts. Lift, 2, 3, 4. Grand plie, 5, 6, 7. Head roll and demi. This stresses a leg lift with the torso in an off-center position. There is a lunge, and then a torso twist, and then tabletop lifting the leg, and then into an outside turn right, and then it repeats on the left side. Torso twist, and here it is, lifting the leg, and then into passe and turn. And once again, lay out, torso twist, and arabesque, lift the leg, and in for the outside turn once more, and lay out, and arch to the back. This starts with a chest lift, strengthening the abdomen and also the back muscles. It goes into a V position sit and then into open swastika. The right leg is turned out and the left leg is turned in. Then back into V position sit and the open swastika on the other side. Turn out and turn in of the leg. And then into a V position and into back attitude, which is a bent knee position off the floor. And into V position sit and hold. This exercise is to strengthen the quadricep muscles, which are the thighs, the front part of the thigh, which are very important to a dancer, of course, in the leaps and elevation off of the floor. There is a releve and then a grand plie, then into tabletop and then into a hinge, and then windmill of the arms and back to plie and contraction into the center of the body and up. So it's releve, grand plie, and tabletop, and knee hinge, and windmill, and return to grand plie position, and tabletop, and contract, and up. We'll take it once more, and releve, plie. The legs must be in parallel position. Don't roll over on the ankles, and come back to your grand plie, tabletop, contract, and up. I must stress that this is a straightforward position with knees over the toes, and to the hinge, and the windmill, and back to plie, and tabletop, and rounded, and again, and out. This is a center bar combination for the advanced dancer. He does a circle of the arm to the back attitude front, and then crosses jazz hand into sous and torso drop, and then lunges to the corner and does a développé kick, and then falls forward, and then a front attitude turn into a plie sisson jump and cross through pose. Another stretch for strengthening the leg, and figure 8 leg circle coming through the back in a turned in position, and then a circle of the leg out and développé forward kick and lunge, and now into an arabesque lifting the leg. Then passe through and lunge and back to the back, and stretch to the other side and point and start to the left. Figure 8 leg circle, brush back, come through, turned in, and rond de jambe and développé kick out, and take the lunge into the arabesque and hold.